Hi, it's Sarah Jane here from Natural Heating, and today I'm going to do a short video for Dawn. We want to find out what this clock inset stove is like burning on smokeless fuel. Now, I hardly ever burn smokeless fuel. It really isn't my thing. It's not my thing at all. But what I've got here is I've got the inset burning and I've been burning wood just to get it up to temperature till we've got nearly a hot red ember bed. These logs are disappearing, there's not much left. I'll let you have a look in the inside. And then we're going to put some home fire ovals in there and see how she does. There you go. That's all that I've got in this fire. I have got my pusher. I like a pusher and a poker. We keep these in our website shop. And as you see, there's a little bit of chunky red ember, but not much. And a couple of little dizzy bits of wood in there that we're just going to use as a base to get this smokeless fuel going. The handle's getting hot, but it's not very hot yet. And what I've got is some home fire ovals, smokeless fuel, and a set of scales. So I'm going to set my scales on, and then put a little cardboard box on top and zero my scale. Alright, so you see how many grams of fuel that I'm going to put in this fire. I might do 2 or 3 loads. Then we actually know how much fuel is burning for how long. And I should have put gloves on, or I've got a shovel, but I've not. I've just used my hands. So I'm going to get nice and dirty today. Right. As near as damn it, 2.5 kilos. That's as close as I'm going to get. So we'll put that in here and see what it looks like. That doesn't look like an awful lot because I'm not even covering that hot red wood ember, but we only really want about 1 layer thick of smokeless, I believe. So what I'm going to do is go back to 0, put another ½ kilo in. ½ kilo? 4 blocks? Really? Kilo. Right, so we'll put another kilo in. Better open the bottom air until this catches. So, I believe that when this wood is burnt down, we have approximately 1 layer of smokeless from the front to the back. And I've just pushed that bar over. Right. So let's get her going. I've got both vents open just to get this smokeless ignited. Nice mucky pots. And the time is now. Near enough midday. So both vents are open, and once this smokeless properly ignites, I will level it out, turn down the top air a bit, give it some boost on the bottom and stabilise it. Once she's stabilised, we're just going to see how long she burns for. Right, that looks like it's starting to take quite nicely underneath. We're getting a bit of flame through those coals now. Just going to give it a few minutes more to get them properly caught. But yeah, the hot ember bed from the wood underneath should make it dead easy to get up to temperature, get it lit and going. I believe there's not nearly as much heat from smokeless fuel, it's just a lower release heat. And you're not ever meant to mix it with wood, not the two together. You use the hot wood ember to light the fire rather than putting logs on top. It looks quite pretty. Should also mention that this fire still has the DEFRA screw in for burning wood in a smokeless zone. You would need to put it on a 6-inch flue. It's currently on a 5 in here on test, if you plan to take that DEFRA screw out. Okay, so the fuel looks like it's taking quite nicely. So what I am going to do is turn down the top air, which is the one that we usually control from when burning wood. So I'm going to turn that right off. And now this one is the bottom air, which is your primary, which we use for main control on smokeless fuel. So as you can see, my fire is now going quite nicely. So I'm going to turn it down to minimum, give it a few seconds to readjust. Now I think that's going to be slightly too low, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit more, just a squeak. And I think I'll leave it about there. That's probably about a quarter turn back. We're just going to leave this for a few hours and pop back to it occasionally and see how it does. Quite nice at this level. And that's in a sort of medium burn, middle burn. I think we could go a bit lower than that.
So try it?
Yeah. Give it a tweak, can't we? It's the one to the right hand side.
That one?
Yeah, turn it to your left.
Left. There, that's right down now.
It takes about 10 seconds for the air to adjust in there to drop back.
Probably.
We'll leave it at that because it's obviously taken okay. See how it goes. Yeah, well, general consensus here is that we need to sniff more because it's starting to black up a bit, touching the inside. But you have to remember, we don't typically burn smokeless.
Pretty good control on it.
Yeah, we're a lot of burner ghettos in here, not smokeless fuel.
We're learning.
So, yeah, if this isn't how you do it, don't blame us. We're just trying to show you. We're just trying to show you how it's going. So there you are. Right, the time is now, let's have a look, 35 minutes past 7. Let me show you. "35 minutes past 7, all right? And I lit this at 12 o'clock, and it's not been going that hot, but it was. And just to show you that 3 kilos of smokeless fuel still got a little bit in there. I didn't put that much in there to start with. I put in 3.5 kilos, as you'll see from my other video. And there's not a lot left, but there should be enough heat in there to get that bit back on a bit of kindling. And let's see if we can do a bigger reload. Now, it's not hot anymore. It's cool enough that my fan's not spinning. But that wasn't a big load of smokeless fuel. And it's quite impressive. So, I certainly wasn't trying to keep it in. And I really wasn't trying to keep it in. I really don't have that much idea what I'm doing with smokeless fuel at all because I don't use it. But I think with the air controls fully open and some kindling in there and the door slightly ajar, we should be able to get that back on fire, will we see? Alrighty, well that took all of about 20 seconds, and unfortunately I didn't video it. But let's just do a little flip over. I've got a bit of kindling, and as expected, it's taken and it's catching again. So let's just load it up on some smokeless fuel and see what happens. I have got no idea how much I'm meant to use. Now I know a lot of people bank them right up, but do you know, I think less is more in anything with more modern stoves, and I don't think you need anything like the fuel that you used to. And I'm not weighing it this time because do you know what? It's like right on in the day, and I've still got work to do and things to happen. My kindling is needing a bit of a poke. I'm going to put a bit more than that in because the whole fuel bed isn't even covered at the back. But if I leave my door just a squeak open, give it a bit of air, get a bit of heat in that, hopefully there'll be enough warmth in there for those coals to reignite. The clock manual, edition 2. I don't know when I last looked at a clock manual. It was probably a wee while ago because they haven't changed in ages. And it's been a while since I've needed to look at one because I already know all the clearance distance to combustibles. You know, you've got all your standard information. You're going to tell I've been looking at smokeless fuel with your gloves on. Anyway, controls for the 8 kilowatt, the 5 kilowatt, the compact and the Blithfield. Yeah. Controls for the separate and the compact. Yeah. Controls for the box one. Yeah. All kind of standard stuff. Different settings. Fair enough. All looks fairly straightforward. Blithfield double-sided, Broxford, Blithfield Inset, Sudbury and Sudbury compact. But wait a minute. What is this? Somersault boiler stove. Have you heard of that one then? James, I knew. When's it coming, huh? Mr. Archer, when are we getting a boiler stove then? You've been found out. Is it passed? Can I say watch this space? You gave that one away. It's in the manual. You let the cat out the bag yourself, honey. Well, it's picking away just from that handful of kindling and those tiny little red clinkery bits that was in the bottom. I seem to have managed to get it back. So with mid-air, not low air, 7.5 hours to still have a bit of heat in there and something going is pretty good going on the volume of fuel, I'd say, when you're burning smokeless fuel. Not that I've got a huge experience of smokeless fuel, but I'm sure you could spin that out longer if you start playing with the control, maybe if you banked it up a bit more. It seems to be taken away quite nicely, and it'll probably take a wee while to get up to speed. But anyway, you've heard the secrets. One of the things from my most recent videos and some of the things that I've found out has led me to make us some new coffee mugs for the office for in here. And they're a bit kind of cheeky, but they're kind of fun at the same time because the answer to most people's problems are actually all in the manual. And the old acronym from very early days of the internet was #RTFM, which we will let you work out. But because I've found out so many things the hard way, so you don't have to, or even little snippets of extra information that may not even have been released yet from looking in the manuals, we designed these new coffee mugs specifically for natural heating. So they say natural heating for the love of fire and RTFM because it's a bit tongue-in-cheek. And that's a QR code to our website. So what I think I'll do for all you lovely people that's watching, I will have a giveaway for now, for half a dozen of you, I'll pick you at random, that leave us a comment between now and us starting back at the start of January, and I'll post some of you one of our new coffee mugs. And I think I'll also put them on our website, that if you phone up and tell us that you're placing an order and you've been following us on YouTube, or you put it on your order, we'll sling you in one of our free mugs. We've got black ones and we've got red ones. So we've got some that are red on the inside as opposed to being black. Helps prevent you seeing the tea stains and maybe keep them a bit cleaner, and they're kind of poppy and fun. So if you want one of Sarah Jane's fabulous RTFM mugs, drop us a comment, and I'll pick some of you at random. And for any of the other ones of you, we'll get you a code very shortly in a video, and I'll add it to the website, etc. That if you're buying and you're a YouTuber that's watching our videos and you're a bit of a fan and you would like one of our mugs, then you can get one with your order. We'll ship it to you when we ship your order out. It's a bit of a freebie. And maybe you can tag us with you all drinking your tea in front of your fire, because that would be a nice one. And then we'll maybe do some other new giveaways, because that sounds like a fun thing to do, doesn't it? I want to see where you all are and hear where you're from. You can hear I'm from Scotland by the accent. You can take me out of Scotland, but then you'll never take Scotland out of me, despite the fact that I'm down here in Norfolk and I've been here for 23 years now. I love Norfolk, I really do. But I'm going to go back to Scotland over Christmas and go and see my parents and my brother, my little nephews, and yeah, some stoves. We can't not look at fires when in Scotland, can we? So last look for this for tonight. I'll open the door. The glass isn't too clean at the moment, probably because it's been burning at a rather low temperature. I'm guessing that's normal with Smokeless Fuel. It burns really lovely and clean with wood. But as you'll see, that Smokeless, ooh, stinky stuff. That Smokeless is taking nicely in the bottom, so it's caught fire easily just from that handful of kindling. So I don't know if that's got any chance of still being hot in 12 hours or so when I come in tomorrow morning. But we shall see, we shall see. Right, I'm still in the office and I thought I'd come back and show you this nice glowy coal bed that I've got in there. I do have full bottom air at the moment and closed top air, and I'm going to reduce it down now because it's burning lovely, it really is. I mean, the glass is cleared down and nice and clean, and as you can see, it's just beautiful. It is pretty, and it's definitely not the same heat as comes off of wood, I wouldn't say. But, you know, this is a big, high, spacious building. It's the only thing I've got in here. It's blooming cold out there tonight, and it's giving off a good amount of heat. But I'm going to turn this down. Now, I've turned it right down. I would imagine it would take a wee while for that air to take effect, because there's a lot of air in there at the minute, and to slow that burn rate down a bit. Yeah, I can actually see it dropping now in the inside. I can't see it looking back in the camera, but it's definitely dropping in the inside. But it's beautifully glowing and hot in there. And time-wise, we are at 8:30. Don't know if it'll still be in the morning. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and finish off the last of my email and stuff before I go home. And then I'll go home and get my dinner and give up for the night. Because, you know, sometimes I just should. It's going to be a lot to ask for it to still be going in 12 hours. But I've turned all the air off. So we shall see. Right, it is now 10:30. Can't get into focus. 10:30 p.m. So a couple of hours or so since I loaded that up. Glass and everything is nice and clean. The air is fully down. Fan is still spinning. It's plenty warm. It's cold in this unit. It's really cold in this unit, but I can feel the heat coming out the front, even from standing here. There's a good all-round heat round about me. And I'm going home. So we'll see if there's any chance any heating in the morning. I don't know, but there's good form in those ovals, and we'll see. Hi, so 8:33 in the morning. I am just in. I have already got a lorry with 8 pallets on outside to unload, and I'm just putting the lights on. And we'll have a look and see if we've got anything left in this clock. Now, I have no idea because I haven't looked. Oh my God, the fan's still spinning. Ha! I really wasn't expecting that. I really, truly wasn't expecting that. Oh my God, there's still quite a lot of heat in there. And we've got a reasonable amount of little red bits. So I'd call that a success. So, I tell you what, these push out and pokers are absolutely flipping magic, because with that end, I can get right into the back and get all the debris through that grate into that pan. See how good a job that does? Now there is a lot of ash and residue in there. I was burning this stove all day yesterday, and it produces hardly any ash on wood, but obviously smokeless is a different matter. And it's not the cleanest, but that's smokeless for you, because air wash doesn't work on smokeless, and this is what smokeless does to glass. So it's hot, it is hot, the glass is still hot. I'm actually gonna light this out and maybe light it again. Nah. This stove got home to go to. I'm gonna let it go out and let it cool down, and give it a good clean and get it back to spangling, because it stays so much cleaner on wood, on the glass. That's just what Smokeless Fuel does. But if you had to keep this in a full 12 hours on one load on Loire, and no, the glass isn't the cleanest because that's Smokeless Fuel for you. Wood would be far better. I'm just going to let it go out and then get it prepped, ready to go to my customer. I've got a dirty face already. But yeah, I am actually astonished. With the diff screw in, this did stay in a full 12 hours on Loire. Wow. So, just in, as you can see, we have got the sun coming up. And it's a beautiful day. It's really cold. It's about 3 degrees, it says. And already I've got a truck out here, 8:30 in the morning, ready for unloading. But we've been waiting for this for so long, and it's the new release WAMs, one of which I think is going on my house. So I'm quite excited about getting these in. So it's like an early Christmas present almost, but I doubt mine will go in before Christmas.